we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Set to kick off.
For the first time, the Pro Bowl has come to Vegas as we are underway from Allegiant Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. On the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They go play fake. Mahomes. His connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. They set up the screen for Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Going deep downfield. This is taken in at the 5. And touchdown. John Ross, 44 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC.
Makes the score. Visitors 7. Our home team, nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Ball carrier. The tackle by Kenneth Murray.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Visitors 7. Our home team, nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. A slant to Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 13 yards out. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
In the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Aaron Donald, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Down.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I don't want to take that course.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's held in by Jared Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Saquon Barkley, 40 yards. And the NFC has taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score our home team 14. Visitors 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and now it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up.
Olsen on
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 22-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spot and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive? And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. DeAndre Hopkins, 82 yards. And the NFC has broken the tie. That's what we want right there, CD. It's the Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
offense for the AFC set to go now. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Joe give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
From the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, his pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
2-yard line.
On 1st down, Barkley. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Rodgers, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC has broken the tie.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score our home team 28. Visitors 21.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. taken about 7 yards deep.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A one-score game. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
At the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6.
Prater lining up.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick if people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it is caught for an AFC touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 61 yards. And the AFC able to draw a bit closer. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
He takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers throwing here. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. A handoff to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
A gain of 15.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.